We start now.
One sec.
Okay. So 1 second.
Yeah, start.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Sanjay, last time what we discussed the transfer order and the different scenarios. First scenario, normal transfer order. I think you got that idea. The second scenario, suppose we are transferring parcel items. So suppose I am taking my warehouse. I have what we have created is a source warehouse. Why it is very slow? No. Source, source warehouse. I'm giving destination warehouse. Okay. And here I am giving the item. Suppose I am taking the item A0001, quantity 10. It's very slow. Okay. So quantity 10, and I am giving the diamond, the location. Suppose I am what we have created last time. Source location 1. Suppose where the item is available. So we are going to transfer the A0001 item 10 quantities from warehouse, source warehouse to destination warehouse. Okay, let it be. So after that, I will create one picking list. Means this is just like a list. This is just like a format that we will hand over our warehouse workers that these items require for 10 items. So there are shipping now is there, all is there. If you select all, it will select what are the items are there. Suppose if you select only available quantity, so what happened, he will go to that inventory, he will check to the source warehouse site 1 and location source location 1 whether the item is available or not. Currently the item is available, so I am using available quantity. So click it OK. So here what happened, one picking list format will be created, which will hand over to our warehouse workers. So now picking list completed. So now what happened, once picking list created, the warehouse worker went to the particular location, source location 1. How he will go? First he will go to the site 1. Okay. He'll find out where is the warehouse, source warehouse. He'll found out the source warehouse. After that, he will go to the source location. So when they visited the site, they found that maybe the carriers, or maybe the lift something that boxes is not enough to pick 10 quantities. So the carriers only require 6 quantity. They will carry only 6 quantity because the capacity is not that much of high. So what happened, currently they will pick only 6 quantity. This is one reason. Or else again the picking manager is saying to the warehouse worker, don't pick 10 quantity because you don't require 10 quantities, so you require only 6 quantities. Or else they went to the warehouse location and found that out of 10, 4 quantities are damaged, so they will not dispatch the 4 quantities, they will dispatch 6 quantities. But when you go to the output order, you will see the output order is 10 quantities. The inventory output order is 10 quantities because we have already created the transporter for 10 quantities, but the warehouse worker picking only 6 quantities. So when you pick the 6 quantities, they are going to update, means completed the status. Means you can, 1 second. So the handling status completed means they picked 6 quantity, but still the transfer is 10 quantity only. So the registration completed. Now what happened, that when you refresh the form, the ship transfer order will be enabled. Click the ship transfer order. Here the transfer number is this one, and update will be picked quantity. What are the amount they have picked, you select the pick quantity. Click it OK. So let's wait for some time. Okay. So the transfer has been done. So, but when you come to the SIP now, you will see they shipped only 6 quantity and SIP remain is 4 quantity. You can see there are 3 types of status on this transfer. One is created, another one is uh, created, received, or something. I will tell you that. So once they ship, you should then what happened? That destination warehouse receive the item. Click receive. Whatever the shipment, give the shipment voucher. This is a unique voucher. So they receive only 6 quantity. Okay. You can see now there is a one thing is amazing happened. Still we have received the status is showing created only. Because why? Still the order is still shipping remain 4 items are still remaining. So at that time what happened? What they will do? Sorry. What they will do? Suppose the two things is happening. First, they don't want rest of the 4 items. They are saying okay, 6 items is enough for us, we don't require rest of the 4 items, we have to cancel the 4 items. So for this you have to go to this deliver reminder, the 4 item cancel quantity. So there is a error should come which is genuine. What the error is? Inventory transaction with quantity 4 attached the reference output order still exists. So click the view output. Here go to the function and inventory order, click it OK. So this is completed. So now click it OK here. So you can see now it is received, and the SIP remaining 4 will be removed. Okay, this is one case. Suppose this is one case. Sanjay, you understood how to transfer the parcel delivery?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So another one. Suppose this is source warehouse. This is destination warehouse. 8001. Suppose 10 quantities. Set this one. Give this location, dimension. Give this location, source location. Save it. So here, this is gendered packing list. I'm going to okay. Let it be. I will show you something else. So what happened? Cancel this one first. Okay. So what happened? Reserve item automatically. There is an option in setting is there. I will show you because I have not described the parameters. I will show you one by one. So I'm going to the inventory management, pull up this one, set up inventory parameter. So here one option is there and output inventory order. If you enable this one, there is not required to go to this output order and cancel this one. You do one thing, you should explore this one, you should enable this one and check it how it is working. And there is a one transfer order which is there is reserve item automatically. Suppose I am enable this one. Okay, I am removing this one. But what happened? You think that I have enabled this one, so whatever the item will be showing here, that the reserve item will be ticked. Yes, no, because A0001. Because why I am telling you, first we have created the transfer order. After that we checked yes. So already transfer order created. So it will not automatically come. Suppose I am closing this one. I'm closing this one. Now I'm creating new one. Suppose it's source warehouse and destination warehouse, and click OK. 80001. I can see the reserve item is showing enabled. So one thing I'm giving reservation. I think you know why we are reserving the item, because suppose we are going to transfer after 3 days or 4 days, so we are going to reserve the item that nobody will sell it, because there are number of transactions happening. So for that we are reserving the item. So I'm selecting now source location. So here is the different scenario. I will tell you the two scenario here in the one transfer order. So I'm going to ship picking list I am creating. Here what happened, the available quantity and all quantity, you know that I am selecting here reserve quantity. What are the quantity reserved? I am going to create the pick list. Click it OK. Now I'm going to generate the picking list. Okay, suppose I'm going to give some 8 quantity, save it, update all. So he there warehouse worker pick the item, refresh the form, ship transfer, reserve the quantity, sorry, pick quantity. Okay, 8 quantity picked. So 8 quantity picked here. Now you can go to the ship. Now you can see it's still two. Here what happens? Still now we have created the picking list and warehouse worker pick the item. Still now they have not transferred the item. Now I'm going to sorry, they have transferred the item. Sorry, they have transferred the item. Still now this is the item are not received. So what happens? Still shipping two items are remaining. So here what happened? I think I don't need these 2 items should be shipped again. So I go to the delivery reminder. So by clicking cancel quantity, it will throw an error. View output. You got that? One thing. And suppose delivery reminder. 1 second. Cancel quantity.
So your voice is faster than the screen.
Yes. Now it's okay.
No, like now I can see the update remaining quantity screen.
Okay, then just 1 second. I'm removing uh, sharing again. Maybe some network issue. You can see my screen.
Yes, sir, I can see the screen.
Are you okay? Na? Okay. So what happened? This is the same thing that you are going to receive the reserve quantity. Shipment, shipment voucher. Click it OK. Okay. So now still 2 parts are remaining. If you want to again, you can go to the transaction. You see how it is working. Inventory and transaction. You can see here purchase sold 8 items, purchase 8 items, sold 8 items, purchase between the transit warehouse, but still the 2 items are there. So if you want to 1 second, because we have deleted this one. 1 second, because it's not possible. Okay. Okay, if you want to cancel this one, you go to the delivery reminder, cancel quantity, view output. This is the last one. So select and click it OK. So now click it OK. Refresh the form. This is received. Got it, Sanjay? How it is working the transfer order?
Yes, sir, but this reserving the quantity doesn't have any impact in canceling.
No, it is not impacting anything, because what happened? we have stopped that the remaining item at the time of where picking, at the time of warehouse worker pick the item. So we are deleting, or we are deleting this from output order, because when we created the transporter for 10 items, the output orders is 10 items, but we picked 6 items. The remaining 4 items are there. Remaining 4 items are there because maybe you will pick after some time. Still, the status is showing started only, created only, not received. When all items are received, then the item will be received. But if you don't want the rest of the items, so for that you have to delete, cancel the quantity. So then it will be received, the status will be received. It will not impact anything. Now you can see, suppose after cancel, I can see the on sorry, not on end list transaction. If you go to the transaction, now you can see only the simple transaction happened. The physical reserve, that will be cancelled, that will be cancelled automatically from inventory. Whatever the item has received, that will be shown. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you can try this one. Different scenarios are there for transport. I have given you 3-4 scenarios, but there are some more scenarios are there, complex scenario. You can do, take 4-5 items or 6-7 items, how it is happening. You can select this one, you can explore this one. So plant transfer, ignore this one. This is another topic. Transfer created, and the same thing is there in this output orders. Okay. Picking list registration, we have done the picking list registration here. The same thing is there. Transfer output orders, I have shown to you how to cancel the items, rest of the items in the output order. So
Yes.
the rest are the same only. Why they have given, I don't know, because in Microsoft Dynamics given such kind of means things, those are important. I don't want to say it like that. But we have created this picking list registration here also, but they have given in separate, because for tracking purpose, if you go to the picking list registration, these are there, how many registered are there, how many items are transporters are registered. We have till now registered this kind of things. So there are different things are there. And output orders, I told you how to mean, suppose view ended, you can see these items. Till now we have created some more items. One second, I'll show you. This A0001 we have created. You can see source warehouse, source warehouse, source warehouse. So there are number of things are there, these things only. So leave it. I will the arrival overview, and where is that item arrival. These things, this arrival overview, I will tell you when we will touch in the item arrival. Okay. So leave it. This person, this 2%, I will tell you when item arrival journal will be created. We will show you the one arrival overview. Okay.
Yes.
So leave the outbound and inbound, same thing. Now we come to movement, the journals. Okay. So in these journals, Sanjay, what happened? Rajendra not joined. Okay. In these journals, the movement, the inventory adjustment is, I'm telling you, I have never used these two journals in my projects. These are the use, means I'm not telling you use, but the main things we are using in my all my project. This is transport journal, bill of material journal, inventory ownership journal, counting journal. These journals I have used for every projects, because I will tell you you asked me once what is the inventory ownership change. This is one of the most important journals we are generally using at the time of manufacturing or creating projects. I will tell you, in every scenario in our real time projects, this inventory ownership is very much important. And I must tell you that most of the SA projects, just like South Africa projects or European country projects, they are using inventory ownership change from means journals. But US projects, I haven't seen they are using inventory ownership change for journals. But I will tell you how it is working. So I think movement journal, inventory adjustment journal, you know that, but still I am giving some overview how it
I'm
is
working
working.
on movement journal and inventory adjustment journal, sir.
Yeah.
Already worked on that.
Okay, then okay. So you know how to create, but still I'm giving one small scenario. I'll delete this one. Movement journal. Whenever you are creating any journal, you should go to this first setup. Then inventory, no, not inventory. Where is that? Yeah, journal names, inventory. Where you click is, suppose I am creating in my what? Suppose test movement journal. Here is status should be movement journal. I'm selecting this one. So generally, movement journals we are using when we are, where is that? Yeah. One real time scenario, one real time example. I will give you why we are using the movement journals. Okay. So what happened? We are manufacturing a product. Suppose you can say that we are manufacturing iPhone. Okay. So we are manufacturing iPhone, thousands of items we are manufacturing for every day. So what happened, for every item we are giving some items to our sales team or marketing team for their propose for their marketing, for their selling team, because every product have some demo product. So we are giving to our marketing team to take this 2 3 mobile iPhones and go to market and just show their advertisement like that. So for that we know the discrepancy. We know, means for the from the 1,000 iPhone quantity, 2 items where will go, where will be gone, we know that. So exactly this is called offset account. Suppose I'm creating one movement journal. Suppose source warehouse item is there. Let's see. Okay, source warehouse. I'm giving some offset account, means my item A0001 to whom I have given 2 items. Suppose let's see, offset account sales team is there. Sales, sorry. Discontinue operation, intellectual property adjustment. Okay, sales adjustment. I've given something. So what happened? My item given to the sales team. Suppose this is sales team account, so that we know the discrepancy where the item will be gone. Click it OK. Click it new. Sorry. Item number are A0001. Location where the item is available. Source 1, and we have given one item from here -1. Okay. So we just save it. Validate it. So if you go to the transaction, still now it's showing on order. Okay. When we just post it, go to the inventory and transaction, it will be sold. So we have, actually the transaction is happening correctly. We have sold the item to the sales team. This is the transaction. So go to the ledger, financial voucher. Okay. So what happened? We have given this item quantity, amount, whatever things to our sales team. The transaction will be happen, because this, or else it will be clungy, or it will be difficult at the time of year closing. So the transaction will be happen. You got that, how the inventory movement journal is happening, right?
Yes, sir.
And inventory adjustment, one real time example I will give you that. Suppose one warehouse worker, we just instructed my warehouse workers, not orally actually, this is practically, we are, means through dynamics we are instructed to our warehouse workers. I will tell you that how it is working in warehouse management, how we instruct to warehouse worker to go there, pick there, put there. This is all about warehouse management. So what happened, we just I just inform my warehouse workers to go to this location and pick A0001 item, A0001 item, 5 quantity. So once the warehouse worker went to the location, particular location, he found that some items, means out of 5 items, he found only 2 items. 3 items are missing, or 3 items has damage, or 3 items have something done. So at the time, what happened? the discrepancy, how the discrepancy happened, the warehouse worker doesn't know. So what happened? He just instructed to our warehouse manager. So I went to that particular location, and out of being instructed to me that 5 items, but only 2 items are there, 3 items I doesn't know. So what happened at that time? The warehouse manager created one adjustment journal. He just adjusted this this item from anywhere. And when he got that exact solution, exact scenario, how this discrepancy happened, then he again created the movement journal. So for adjustment journal, you can see the difference between movement and adjustment journal. Here, the offset account is disabled. We can't give the offset account because we don't know where is the discrepancy. Suppose I'm giving some, click it OK, and I found that, suppose I am the warehouse worker, I found that A0001 item, location, source. I found that 10 items. Suppose I am telling you minus 10 because sorry, minus 10 or positive 10, what minus 10 items are missing. So for that, I'll do one adjustment journal. Validate this one and post this one. Okay, suppose you go to the transaction. This is also sold for 10 items. Now what happened? This adjustment journal actually it is not good. It is not good to using in our projects because I have not used anywhere, because we know the discrepancy how it is happening. But this is particularly for the warehouse workers. At the time, the warehouse manager created the adjustment journal. Once the manager got to know, yeah, this is the discrepancy, this is the proposed of discrepancy, then he will create a movement journal for the particular item. So Maria, sorry, got that how the movement and inventory adjustment journal is working? Sanjay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Got that now? Okay. Okay. Now, do you know transport journal, bill of material, inventory ownership? I think inventory and ownership you doesn't know. This two, you know that?
Bomb journal I have used, sir.
Bomb
Even
journal. How you use means what circumstances you have used the bomb journal?
we have protection.
Okay. There. So here you are using. Okay. So okay, then leave two things. One new things I will inform you: inventory ownership journal. Okay, so I'm thinking how will you describe the inventory ownership journal? Mm, let's see. I'm giving one simple example. Oh, so inventory ownership. Okay.
So that noise actually, your voice is.
Yeah, now is okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now is okay. Actually, I don't know. My office has given one headset. I've used only 1 month. Again, there's giving some issue. I will purchase one new one. Okay. Now is audible. Am I audible or not?
No, it is fine, sir.
Right now?
Clear.
Okay. So I will tell you one real-time scenario which I have used for this inventory ownership change. Inventory ownership change. This is actually I'm telling you, Sanjay. This is a big topic. This is a
Okay.
one class topic. Yeah, this is means generally we are, suppose you will handle any production on you can say that Eastern Europe countries or any South Africa projects. So you will get this inventory ownership change. Okay. Um Generally, this is nothing. What does it mean? First, we have to understand. I'm just thinking how will I explain so that because I will explain the whole projects and it will be very difficult to understand. Inventory ownership change means what? Suppose I am Gyan, you are Sanjay. I am the customer, you are the vendor. So at one point of time, what I will do, suppose this is the product A0001, let's say. So one point of time, this is my product. This is Gyan's product. But at one point of time, this product means this product, who is the owner? This product owner is me only. But at one point of time, I will change my ownership to your name. So after that, it will come to A0001. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Got it. How will I explain? I got it now. I will explain you a very simple way. Leave it inventory ownership change. Just one topic is there: consignment inventory. Consignment inventory. Okay. So I will tell you this scenario. Here I can use that inventory ownership change journal. Let it be. It's better that you can understand. I will give you. Means one of my project, inside that one consignment inventory was there. I'll give you this scenario. Okay. Consignment inventory or consignment warehouse, whatever you can use. Inside the warehouse, the inventory is there. So listen very, very, very carefully. What is that? This topic is very, very important. Let's see. We are generally using cycle. Okay. So one company is there. This is called Jet Bicycle. I'm speaking very slowly. You should understand. One company is there. This is Jet Bicycle. And he is manufacturing bicycle items. So actually, you go to the real-time scenario in your production, you know that neither one company is producing all the items. I must tell you that. If suppose you are producing mobile phone, the company will not produce everything in a mobile phone. He will procure the item from other vendors. Am I correct, Sanjay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because no company is producing all the item. It doesn't mean that the company doesn't have capacity to produce. He doesn't have the inventory. He doesn't have the warehouse. He doesn't have the the money. He has all the things, but he cannot produce all the things. Because suppose, let's say you are manufacturing mobile phone, or you are manufacturing a cycle, bicycle. So you will, the finished good is your motto. The motto is I will make the finished good to give this my end user, end customer, rather than I will produce seat covers, I will produce that something bell, like that. It is not my, because suppose I will produce these things, what happened, this will be gone my time, gone my resources, gone my money, everything will be gone for the particular small item. It's better that we'll procure this item from other vendor.
Yes, sir.
So sometimes what happens, suppose Jet Bicycle is assembling the bicycle. Suppose seat covers. He is using the seat covers, whose name is Jet Bicycle is the logo. But for the seat covers, he will not produce, because why he will waste his time for producing the seat covers. So what happened? There is a vendor called vendor one. One vendor is in South Africa. That is Nicholas. Nicholas, something like that. I forget this one. Okay. So what happened? This is a vendor. So what happened? Jet Bicycle. I'll mark it. This is a vendor. Okay. So I bold it, put it this way. This is put it this way. Bold it. Okay. So what happened? Jet Bicycle procure the seat covers from vendor one, and there is a contract also. So Jet Bicycle informed to vendor that I will purchase your seat covers. It's okay, but I will not pay the money till your cover has not sold out. So vendor agreed. Okay, it's fine. Means I will give you 100 seat covers. Whenever the how many items will be sold out, I will take money from that item only. So what happened? There is another concept called consignment inventory or warehouse. Another concept called consignment inventory or warehouse. You just remember consignment inventory only, warehouse leave it. We are talking about inventory. So there is a concept called consignment inventory. Okay. So what happened in this case? What will happen? You got that what I'm trying to say till now, Sanjay. Whenever you have doubt, just ask me. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So what happened? Jet bicycle informed to vendor, give me seat covers, quantity is 100. So what happened? The vendor dispatch the 100 seat covers and covers. Put it in consignment inventory, not to the jet bicycle inventory. This consignment inventory is also including the jet bicycle inventory, but there is a name as consignment inventory. He put the seat covers 100 quantities in the consignment inventories. So whenever the item will be finished or sold out, this amount jet bicycle give to this vendor. So the logic behind is, suppose 50 items sold out. So you can remember very carefully, vendor one give this seat covers, 100 seat covers to the consignment inventory. Till now the owner is only vendor. Got it?
Hmm.
Because till now he has not received any money from jet bicycle. Till now he put his item in the consignment inventory. So owner is vendor only. Once 50 items sold out, so at the time what happened, the owner will be changed from vendor to jet bicycle for the 50 items. Got it?
Okay. So
Got it now?
how is the
Because
change happening in the journal, or
I will tell you. I will tell you. Don't mess with it. I will tell you exactly. I just give you the scenario. After that, I will tell you how it is happening. I will show you the transaction as well. So
okay.
after that, what happened? Once 50 items sold out to the customer, any customer, the 50 items owner will be transferred from vendor one to vendor jet bicycle, so that he will pay the item from 50 items to vendor. So this circulation is happening for that consignment inventory. For that, we are using inventory ownership change.
Sir, one doubt I have.
Yeah, yeah, tell me.
When we are procuring an item from a vendor,
Uh-huh.
basically we need to make a PO,
Yeah.
and then once we receive the item, we go for this consignment inventory transaction,
No,
right?
no. Actually, I'm telling you one, keep in mind, here till now we are not procuring anything. Till now we are not procuring anything. Here, I will show you. I got your idea. I got your doubt, but leave it now. I will show you in practically so that you can easily understand.
Okay.
So you just remember that vendor one just put 100 seat covers in the consignment inventory. Once the item sold out, how many items are sold out, that owner will be changed from vendor one to jet bicycle. I will tell you. For this, just ignore, just know this top means criteria or scenarios. After that, when I will go to the system, you will easily understand. For this consignment inventory, you need to configure three. One is release item. Okay. And another one is another one is what, vendor. Third one is consignment replenishment. Okay, these three things is the prerequisite. Okay, so just now Sanjay, ignore everything. I will show you practically how it is happening. Okay. Okay, give me some time. I'll take some water. So one by one we will create.
Okay, sir.
First, we'll create one release item. Why we'll create the release item, I will tell you. Because now we are using the topic for ownership. So for ownership, where will you get that? You'll go to the product information management, go to the dimension, and go to the tracking dimension. Here you can use the owner. You asked me once that how you use the owner. So you can now one tracking dimension has configured where the owner is active. Okay, so I will use, when I am creating the release product, I am using, this is the tracking dimension. Okay, I am going to the product information management, product, release product. Okay, so creating new, first we have to create the prerequisite, after that we'll discuss. Suppose the item is seat covers, seat covers, seat covers. Okay, item, product number, product name both are same. Okay, put it 01 like that. Item are this one. I'm using item model group something moving average. Let it be. Item group is audio. Storage dimension is cited warehouse. Tracking dimension I'm using owner, where owner only activated as of now, or else you will get confused. Okay, so it's fine. I'm not giving. I'm not using any price. Price, let it be. Click it. Okay. Or else we will give some price, not an issue. So this is okay. I am giving some price. Don't be confused. I'm giving some trade agreement. So create a trade agreement. Let it be, because I'm giving some price here. Uh, this price. Sorry. Where is that line? Purchase price. Okay, line I'm putting. Okay, so first I'm creating the release item and I'm using the vendor. I will show you. This is the prerequisite. Okay, I'm creating. Okay, it's working very slow. Yeah. Oof. It is, suppose I'm going to the particular vendor. I'm using the vendor. Which vendor will take? Will take. Suppose you will taking this vendor. Okay, one deposit two. Okay, let it be. Particular product code type. Product is seat cover, na? Seat covers. I'm giving some amount is 100. Suppose. Ignore this one. This trade agreement we will discuss in the procurement sourcing. Just I'm giving the some price. So we now first one we created one seat cover item. Vendor, which one we have taken the vendor? 1002. 1002. Okay. So now as of now we have 1 second. I just okay. Let me check any error is there. Okay, no error is there. So item is seat cover and vendor is 1002. So I'm going to create one setup. Where is the setup actually? Let's see. I also forgotten where is the 1 second. One owner is there. Dimension. Yeah. Okay. So now what we done? We created one release item where the tracking dimension is owner and given some item, given some price. Vendor we have taken this vendor. Okay. This vendor we have taken 1002. Then now I'm going to the inventory dimension, setup, dimension, inventory owners are there. Okay. So I'm creating one inventory owner where I'm giving 1002 is the vendor which I'm taken. Currently, he is the owner. Got it now? What I'm trying to say? Simple thing, Sanjay. What is that? Uh, in real time scenario, you should remember. Suppose you are selling one product. Suppose you are created one startup. Got it?
Hmm.
You are a startup businessman and you
Hmm.
starting off a new business which is called pickle. Okay,
Hmm.
so what happened? I am the customer. I am the sorry. Currently, you are the owner for that pickle. Okay, but I am purchasing your item. So that what you will tell me, Gyan sir, I am giving you 100 pickle bottles. Keep in your warehouse. Whenever that is going to be sell, you will give the amount to back to me. Got it? It is the real time scenario is happening now in small business also.
Yes, yes.
In so whenever the item will be means suppose I am giving 100 pickle bottles, when 50 bottles will be sold out, you will give the cost to me. So when you give me 100 pickle bottle to me, at the time you are the owner. Got it?
Okay, sir.
But when it will be sold out 50 bottles, I will be the owner, so that I will pay to you.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
ownership will be changed from 50 items from your name to my name.
Yes, sir.
Got it now? Because
Yes.
suppose you can say that you can, I will give you one simple example. You are the owner of 100 pickle bottles. I am going to sell 100 pickle bottles to my customer, suppose Rajender. Suppose the
Okay.
ownership will not change to your name to my name, then how will I pay? I will sell to Rajender. Got
Yes.
it now? So at the time the 50 items ownership will be mine. So here currently you are the owner. Okay, inventory owners currently you only. Now first what I did, I created once release item, then vendor, then I created inventory owners. Okay, now fourth is consignment ownership. Consignment nothing consignment replacement. So for consignment replacement you should go to the procurement sourcing, collapse this one, setup. Yeah, consignment replenishment orders. So now what happened? Okay, till now you understood how it is happening, right?
Yes, sir.
Now what happened? I am going to, till now these things is happening. Pre-requesting has been done. Now the scenario is I am the jet bicycle and I am going to order 100 seat covers from this vendor. Okay. So who is the vendor? 1002 is the vendor. Okay. And warehouse, suppose I am taking source warehouse. Click it OK. Add line. Item is seat covers. Okay. 100 seat covers. Suppose any expiry date is there, you can put here, not an issue. So I'm going to save it. Okay. I'm going to save it and generate one product receipt. Okay, suppose product receipt product 001. Click it. Any vendor base date or expire date is there. In practically, you should mention this one. I don't have this one. I click it OK. Once you click it OK, suppose you go to the inventory, go to the transaction.
This 100 items will be already.
Yes, you can see now 100 items has been purchased.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you go to this item, go to the inventory, how it is working. Go to the inventory, more info. I'm just putting some dimension like warehouse, location, owner. Currently, the owner is, where is the owner is 1002. So what happened currently? 1002 is the owner for this particular 100 items.
Yes, sir.
Got it? Na? For the particular 100, 102 is the owners. Now, the scenario is the second scenario. Suppose Sanjay is the one customer. Okay, Sanjay is a customer. So he called to Jet Bicycle, I need 50 seat covers. Okay, I need 50 seat covers. Here we are using inventory ownership change, because suppose he can't sell Jet Bicycle can't sell this 50 seats from the consignment inventory, because still the ownership is vendor only. So here what we will do, we will change the owner from vendor to Jet Bicycle for 50 items. Got it?
Okay.
So how it you can see now, this is currently owner is 102 1002. I'm going to inventory management, collapse this one, journal entries, item, inventory ownership change. Click it new. Any inventory journal, yeah, owner is there, journal name is there. Click it OK. Click it new. Items is seat cover. Product name with this one. From site you mention which site. Suppose I'm using this site 1, 2 site also this one. This is from warehouse. Sorry, from warehouse, not this one. From warehouse is source warehouse, na? Source warehouse. Now from owner 1002 is a from owner. Okay.
Yeah.
Move to owner USMF for 50 items.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Here everything is mentioned from owner. From owner is vendor 1 1002
Yes, sir.
to move to currently we are customer USMF. Okay.
Yes.
From owner 102 move USMF for 50 items. Save it. Post it. Let's see what is happening. Just taking time. Okay. Now journal posted, go to the message details. You can see now one purchase order created.
Okay, and then we have to invoice this purchase order.
Right, exactly. Now the same process. Now what he will do? Now ownership change. Suppose you go to one by one, we will see. Go to the item number, inventory, more info. I'm suppose adding the dimension. Warehouse location is not required. Ownership, item number. Click it OK. Now you can see the owner change from 1002 to USMA for 50 items.
Okay.
Got it? Now suppose I'm going to the what purchase order. Suppose here also purchase there, na? Okay, go to the purchase order. He will create one purchase order for 50 items. You will pay to vendor 1. Fine, that's it. How we will pay? You know that normal process.
Direct invoice.
And the purchase also already confirmed. You just invoice it.
Yeah, that's a direct invoice. Yes.
Direct invoice it. I am going to select this one. I will show you. 1 2 5. So suppose this one, you can see the status is confirmed received.
Yes.
You go to the invoice and invoice it.
Okay.
After that, when once you invoice this one, I am going to do that. Suppose I am going to invoice it. This is a real-time scenario how I have used in my projects in
Okay.
concept, because this is a big project, but the small things I will show you, because it is not possible to show all the things, how the concern warehouse is using everything. So I'm using the warehouse invoice 0009, invoice date I'm giving, suppose let it be 30 today's date, save it, update match, then post it. Now invoice created. Invoice created where? Invoice created between Jet Bicycle to USMF to 1002.
Okay.
Now I'm going to pay the 50 quantity cost to vendor. The same thing. In real time, what happened? In real time, you are selling to you are putting 100 pickle bottles to me. When I'm selling 50 bottles to Rajendra, I will pay 50 bottles pickle price to you.
Yes, sir.
This is the cost. So once it's created, go to this account payable, payment, vendor payment journal. Click it new, select vend payment, go to the line, go to the function, sorry, not function, select the company account is 1002. This one 1002 na. Save it. Let's see why the settlement is not coming. Settled transaction should be shown. Yeah, go to the settled transaction. Here, what is this one is my invoice. Okay, 4,000 something discount has the already configured. So 4,900 rupees. Click it. Okay, this is fine. Now give something ledger account. I don't know how the configuration in this setup. Even I don't know. Offset account, suppose petty case, department something, sales and marketing, put something else. I don't know how the configuration. Let's see is posting or not. Before posting, I should validate this one. I should be validate this one. Is validated. Let's see post. If the finance configuration is perfect, then it will be posted successfully. If not, then the finance team will do the configuration. Yeah, now it's posted. Okay, means now what happened? We given the price to vendor for 50 items. Got it?
Yes,
Now
sir.
rest 50 items are still pending. 100, yeah, rest 50 items are still pending. Whenever you will sell these 50 items to any customer, again you will do the same process and pay to this vendor. This is the uses of inventory ownership and consignment inventory.
Okay, sir.
You go through this video. Ask to Rahul sir, they will provide the video. Go through this and you'll practice at least 2-3 times so that you can easily understand what is going on.
Okay,
Got
sir.
it?
Yes, sir.
Because this is the main functionality, the simple one. You can remember this 4-way. First, you create the release item with inventory. Sorry, tracking dimension is owner,
Owner.
and take the inventory model group as moving average. Okay, because it should be moving now. That's why I am taking a moving average. Vendor, you should point out one vendor. Then inventory cover owner, inventory owner, where you got that inventory
Dimension.
dimension, inventory management setup,
Dimension.
and dimension, right? Okay. Then consignment, replenishment, ownership, where you got procurement, sourcing, setup. Sorry, not setup. Procurement, sourcing, consignment. This is step by step. When this has been done for consignment inventory. If you want to inventory ownership change, then you go to this inventory ownership change journal. You give this one, create a new one. Don't in the USMF, don't use this one. You should do one thing. I am going to create a new one. 1 second, so that 1 second. So location. I'm creating a new one. You should use this one and practice so that you can easily understand. Suppose I am warehouse is destination warehouse. Location Sanjay look. Location profile I'm using about 05. Let's see. Okay, this is fine. I'm giving some on-end items to you. Quantity adjustment, dimension, location, new, A0001, A0001, destination warehouse. Location is Sanjay. Location. Inventory status is available. License plate something. You will do this one. This one put us. Some 1 lakh quantity. Let's see. Okay, so 1 second. I'm just I'm mentioning this group that item is item is A0001 warehouse is destination WH site yes. Site 2 location is Sanjay look. Okay, I pinged in this group. You can use this one so that you can know how the transaction is happening. Because suppose you will use whatever currently I have done, so it will be mixing, so you can't understand. Got it, na? So this is all about inventory management or inventory ownership. Okay. Suppose I'll tell you the bill of material. I'm thinking you will be confusing all the things because this is one topic. Transport journal. Okay. Have you ever used transport journal?
Yes, sir. Transport journals I have used.
Transport journal used. Okay. So Rajendra is not joined. So I'll do one thing. Because this is one thing, when Rajendra will join, I have to describe him also. Suppose this is one topic, this is one topic. This is one means generally this topic is very deep. Means how you use when you use bill of material. Just explain me, Sanjay.
In our company, we have
Means how you are using generally. Means bill of material journals are. I will give you some hint only. Okay. What happened in production? We are generally using bill of material. We are bomb products. In product information management. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So why still production in bill of BOM is there? Why we are using bill of material journals? So I'll give you one scenario. Okay. Okay. So this will I will share you. So what happened in BOM? Generally, I'm thinking how will I explain, because there are a number of things are there. I'm thinking one particular example. Let's see. One supplier is there, supplier vendor is there, okay, which is sitting in USA, okay, and
Yes, sir.
he is exporting or importing. He is importing, let's say, bicycle components, okay, NENTS, that it way. So what happened? One vendor is then sitting in US. Importing bicycle components, and I am the bicycle, Jet Bicycle. My company name is Jet Bicycle. So he is sending what he will send. Suppose let's see component one, component two, component three, or component four. Okay. So and they are sending these components, all the components to Jet Bicycle. What he will do? He just assemble and send to dealer. Arey yaar, what? Okay. Thing is what? He sent to dealer. After this dealer, what dealer will do? He will send to customer and customer. Okay. So for this, we are not this things is happening. But suppose I will create the production order, I'll create the BOM production. What happened? It will be time consuming, and there are number of resources will come, route will come, everything will come. So this is a simple process. So that we are using the BOM journal generally. We are using generally the BOM journal. So how will you create the BOM journal? For that also pre-requesting is the, what is the pre-requesting? First is release item, okay. Second is the sub items, okay. So I'm going to go to the product information management, release product, creating new. Suppose product first item I'm telling you FG item 1. I'm giving something. Item model group is FIFO. Item group is audio. Storage dimension I'm using is site and warehouse. Tracking dimension I'm using none as of now. I'm not giving any price because this is a BOM item. It will calculate all the addition of sub items. Click it OK. Coming manage cost. This is latest cost price is there. You should enable this one. Save this one. Okay. Now I'm creating 3 component items. Suppose component 1, okay, using item model group FIFO, item group audio, storage dimension site and warehouse, tracking dimension none, okay. Giving some purchase price, so purchase price is 100, selling price is 150, inventory price is 100, okay. Click it OK. Product valid. Let's see, any error is, no error is there. Another item is component. Sorry, comp 2. Oh, so this one item model group. Suppose I'm taking TIPO. Item group is taking audio. Storage dimension is site and warehouse. Tracking dimension is none. Purchase price suppose 150. Selling price is 200. Inventory price 150. And the last one's component 3. Component 3. I'm giving only today's one scenario. The next two scenario we'll discuss next class, because for
Yes.
us it's very difficult to again explain to Rajendra all the things. So this is FIPO. Item group is audio. Storage dimension is site and warehouse. Tracking dimension as of now none. It is purchase price 50. Selling price 100. Inventory price quoted 50. So validate this one. Now I'm going to the BOM journal. So what happened? Go to the inventory management, bill of material. When you click for everything, you should create the journal name. For journal name, go to the setup, journal name, inventory. Suppose I'm creating own my journal. This is called BOM journal. Select this one, the BOM. Okay, save it. Now go to the journal entries, item, bill of material. Click new. Here I'm using suppose my journal BOM J, site suppose SO. Okay. Sorry. I forgot to show you something. I put some item because I've created the item. Currently, the item is not available in inventory. So for that, I'm going to the inventory management, inventory adjustment journal. So click new. Suppose source warehouse. Click new. Item is component 1. Quantity suppose 100. Cost price 100, which we have given. Second one is
Component 2.
component 2. Item 100. Let's see, 150. Third one is component 3. Suppose it's also 100. 50. Save it. Post it. Okay. So now go to the bill of material journal, source warehouse. Click it. Okay. Once first you click one BOM line, this line has been created. Here the BOM line is not selected. That means generally the first line we are using finished good.
Okay.
If you want to second line also, it's fine. You should deselect the BOM line.
Okay.
So I need my finished goods should be 10 items. Still you can see the cost amount is not showing. So for that we create a new one. Okay, let it be. So don't do that. When you select this one, you just put the down. Select this one. Click the down arrow. It will automatically create it. So my first item is component. Component 1. Component 1. Also, suppose you can see that next item will be minus, because these items are going out my inventory for creating this finished good. So always be minus. So I'm putting 10, because for 10 finished good we need 10 quantities. Now just clicking next, component 2. This is also I require 10 items. Now component P. They also required 10 items. Okay, so you can see the cost amount will be added of this things, this cost. So save it, validate it. Okay, and now post it. Now post it. Now suppose I'm going to the inventory transaction. You can see which item, a component 3 I've selected. Oh, sorry, finished good inventory transaction. Because 10 item, 10 finished good created, cost amount is 3000. Okay, because 3000 is the addition of this component, because generally we have created earlier the bomb item, how it created and given the price, the addition of 3 cost will be created this item and the cost will be same. So this is one way, and two other ways are there that I will describe you tomorrow, because the two other ways means, suppose we have already created one bomb in the product influence management. How will you pull this one? Second thing is that this we have created only one item number, one finished good. I want to create multiple bomb journal in one multiple finished good in one bomb journal. How will you create? This everything is there that I will describe you tomorrow, because Rajendra will join tomorrow, means I have to describe all the things again.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Inventory ownership. This is the main one. You should practice this inventory ownership change.
Yes, sir.
Okay. After that, we'll discuss transport journal, movement, inventory. Because after that, anything is there. Because generally, everything we have covered it out. Dimension we know, tracking number group, inventory owner we just now. Price, discount, vendor price, this is a bit. Let's see, inventory, inbound orders, arrival overview. I will tell you. Transfer completed. This already completed. Outbound order also, output orders I told you. Movement journals completed. Inventory adjustment completed. Transfer I will tell you. Bill of material somehow completed. Inventory ownership completed. Okay. Item arrival overview I will tell you. Production input, leave it, because this is one another topic for manufacturing. Item counting journal I will tell you. Tech counting I will tell you. But the actual scenario I will tell you at the time of advanced warehouse management. At the time of cycle counting. Inquiry and report I will give you somehow, or how to check the on end list, but reports you let it be. Predict task, closing and adjustment, ABC classification. This all are using at the time of this quality management. Leave it. We will discuss at the time of advanced warehouse management for creating the quality. Quality management, everything. Location, limit, cleanup. This is not required. Price calculation. This is not required. Batches. Let it be. Setup. Quality management and quality management. These things we'll discuss at the time of advanced warehouse management. Batch attributes, attribute group, posting, diamond, transaction dimension link. This you know the dimension link, Sanjay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know that now, because this is most important. Or else you sometimes as a functional consultant you will get a error for sometimes that site is not linked with the particular dimension.
Yes, sir.
For that we will link this one. Here is nothing is there, no one is set up, so let it be. Yeah, standard environment na, that's why. Commodity, shipping carrier, this everything will discuss at the time of warehouse, because in warehouse management everything is there. In warehouse management everything I will tell you. In warehouse management what happened, the counting journal will be come at the time of cycle counting. There are replication methods are there, because warehouse management literally all the classes are practical class. There is no theoretical class. All the classes are practical class. A number of things are there in warehouse management.
Sir, one small
Yeah,
question. This
yeah,
is
yeah.
not related to this. Is there any script that is required for this cycle counting?
Yeah, 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 yeah. There is a script means what kind of script you are asking?
Like any coding requirement for the?
Coding?
Yes, sir.
No, coding means what? We are generally creating the coding of customization.
No, no. I'm asking for this. We have this wave cycle counting. And all those.
Uh-huh.
I mean the basically the warehouse.
Your voice is disconnecting. Sanjay.
Sir, for the warehouse configuration, is there any
Uh,
script for this automating the process?
Automatic process for cycle counting, you are saying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There are two ways there cycle counting. One is cycle counting plan, which you will create manually, and cycle counting threshold. Threshold will be done automatically. Okay, whenever the counting will be done, it will automatically create the sales or something like that. But
Okay.
generally, we are using cycle counting plan only. This is simple one. Cycle counting threshold is simple one. Threshold means what? You will put some range. Once the selling range or something range will be cross this range, it will start the cycle counting. So this is the automatic process. Cycle, you will give some
Okay.
threshold quantity from there to this one. If this will be crossed, then automatically on cycle counting will be done.
Okay.
So
Okay.
generally, no company using cycle counting threshold, or every company using cycle counting plan only, because this cycle counting plan is a big course. This is around to 1-2 classes. You create the cycle counting plan. After that, go to the mobile device configuration. In warehouse management, you should configure, release the warehouse. Everything is there. After that, go to the cycle counting, open cycle counting, because there is nothing is there. Okay, let it be. Every close cycle counting, how many walks there is nothing is there. Okay, so we'll create, no issue, it's blank, we'll create. Because in my current project I have worked cycle counting around 4-5 projects, 4-5 portions, cycle counting A B C D like that. So it's a simple one, but something clungy one, because in our environment it is very simple, nothing is there. But in customization, everywhere is workflow, everywhere. Here also workflow. A review means pending review, here also workflow, everywhere is workflow.
Okay.
And after that, there are number of scenarios are there. I'll tell you how, means the real time scenario. I will tell you, this is a simple standard, there is no scenario is there. But for warehouse, what happened? For warehouse, you have to configure first. For these things, for first 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, you have to understand only setup. If you understand the setup, then this will be very easy. This is nothing. This for every module, setup is okay, but this is not that much of okay in every module. But in warehouse management, setup is main. If you know these things, these whole things, then this is is very easy for you. But for this, knowing these things, it will take at least 4-5 classes, because this is very, means clungy and lengthy. So that's why, means we have started the classes for product information and inventory, because your mind will be sharp, you know how it is working. So this is nowadays every company using product warehouse management and inventory. So anyhow, everyone is using inventory management. Actually, I'm telling you, in inventory, what is there, only you have to know the inbound, outbound, and journals, and rest of the things is okay only. There is not that much okay. So let it be. We are wrap up the class today. Tomorrow, I think Rajendra will join. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I will again tomorrow, because he is new for this. So I will explain at least a half an hour or 1 hour, so that tomorrow we have to complete the inventory management. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Inventory management we have to complete tomorrow. I will again explain the inbound orders, everything, the transfer orders. Meanwhile, you will do one thing. I've given the item, location, and warehouse. You just now complete the after complete the class, you should do at least 2 inventory ownership change, consignment, warehouse,
I will do that, sir.
or else
Okay.
you will surely forget all the things.
No issue, sir. I'll
Okay?
do it.
You will do
I'll do
these two things. If any issue, just ping me. I'll tell you that, or
Sure,
else you'll
sir.
see my video.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you,
Tomorrow
sir.
we'll meet. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Tomorrow, same time or in the evening?